I'm Christine Stoddard, here reporting for Latin Trends. I'm here today to talk to George Lopez about his new show, Lopez, for TV Land. George,
Yes.
Your new comedy series is all about your struggle between trying to fit in your hometown and the celebrity world. So could you talk about how race and culture sort of shape that struggle?
Well, clearly at this time in our culture, as much as we try to deny that race relations are not at a time when they're more disruptive than they've been in the last 50 years, someone is to blame for a lot of it politically, because politically it was always about issues and never about culture. And I think Donald Trump has made this a us versus them type thing. And there's a lot of Latinos that are conservative too. And then that doesn't do well for the relations between people who agree with one thing. And the one thing that has been passed on from presidency to presidency is immigration and reform. But putting together a deportation squad or blocking this country to Muslims has been something that maybe you'd say at a bar and late at night or to some friends, but never publicly. So this show has an opportunity to address those things in a way that are, you don't want to teach the world, you just want to have an entertaining show. I think this show does a good job of doing that.
Yeah, on that note, how does the show mirror your real life? And then how does it exaggerate it?
I think my life is a little sadder than the TV, but nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
But we managed to take some of the more, like the dog, rescuing the dog. I rescued 2 dogs, and neither one of them wants to sit with me for longer than 2 minutes. You know, sometimes the owner, you can't get the dog away from them. But I think these dogs know when a person is connected and disconnected, so they move to somebody else or to each other. But that was one thing that my therapist told me. He says, try to get a dog and try to connect with a dog. And then I did. Then my housekeeper ended up taking the first dog, and I just got another one. And the person that's dog sitting sends me pictures of him playing like I've never seen him play before. So I might give him to the dog sitter. I might say, hey, you want this dog too? Because he clearly is having a better time at this house than he is at my house. So, you know, with men and with meeting people in the middle, with women and dating, that men tend to have to be more about them all the time. I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted to show the struggle of strong women. You'll see strong women in the run of this show too, and how that affects someone like me. You know, we are a little bit adolescent. You don't really want to deal with a strong woman. So in 12 episodes, it tends to cover a lot of things.
Yeah, well, on that note, my last question is, how does the show differ from your other autobiographical material?
Well, the first show was a great living testament to my childhood, to the stories of trying to raise kids. I mean, I think we were a little bit ahead of the whole curve. It was before gluten and before peanuts were bad for you, but the relationship between a father who didn't have a father and kids and trying, I was always yelling at those kids because I didn't know how to communicate. So in this one, and the daughter character will be someone that you have to respect. My daughter and I went through a period where we didn't talk a lot, and now it's a very mutual, respectful thing, which is nice. It didn't happen overnight. So in this show, the beauty will be that it will always be relatable to people. You don't have to be a Latino to understand it. And I think that a lot of times shows are predominantly of one particular color, and they don't cross over to either African American or Latino shows. You might watch it, but you don't get anything of any value in it other than why do people laugh at that and things. So I think this one can be one that can lay out for everybody.
Great, thank you.
That's my job. That's what I've always enjoyed doing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm Christine from Latin Trends. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Christine.